Okay, for week 2's painting, week 3, whichever way you want to look at it, you will need primary red, cadmium red light hue, looks kind of orange, but it says red, cadmium orange hue, primary yellow, Cerulean blue, it's your lightest blue, black, white, and the raw umber. For this assignment, if you have access to painter's tape or a ruler, you might want it, but it's not required. I'm not going to use it, but if you want to, you can. All right. To start with, you are going to make your sun, and I'm going to put a dot of yellow, and maybe 2 dots of yellow, and a dot of white, and I'm going to make a circular sun. Again, you can pick whatever size canvas you want. I went with a bigger one because the trees in this are going to be elongated. Sorry, I just hit the camera. Sorry, it's shaking. So I'm going to use a bigger brush. That one's wet. I don't want to use that one. I'm going to use this brush. I'm going to spin that in a circle. Now again, I don't like to smooth mine out. If you do, that's your call. But there is my sun. And I'm going to put that in the water. So now around that, I'm going to paint in a circular fashion using my blue, my white, and another big brush. And I'm going to paint in a circle around my sun. So I'm going to paint that, and I want that kind of blended look. I want that light white color, and I'm going to even touch some of my yellow. Not too much, because I don't want too much of that green, but just enough. Get that white again. See that nice gradation there of white and blue? But I don't want to lose the shape of my sun. I'm going to add a little bit more white because I don't like how I lost all that gradient. There we go, that's what I wanted. So feel free to add as much or as little white as you want. I'm going to finish this out to the edge of the board. I like that kind of sky white that I'm getting now. I'm going to continue it all the way out here. I am then going to use my blue all over the rest of my board. I'm going to keep painting in that circular motion so it's kind of radiating out from the sun. And I am actually going to smooth out my sky as much as possible down here because I want to leave the textures on the sun and my trees. Blend that in there, kind of that lighter area around there. I'm actually going to add a little bit of white on these sides as I come in with this blue. Get a little bit more blue on there. Again, I like some of those white streaks in there. My paint is smooth, but that white streak kind of gives that glow. And it kind of just blends into that sun in the sky. brush some there before I put more paint on it. Now we are going to make like 5 birch trees over the top of it, so don't feel like you have to get it perfectly covered. You don't want to waste all your paint just doing a background. I'm just trying to get my edges really good since obviously our trees aren't going to be on our edges. Kind of fill in some of those blue spots. And so that's our background. I'm gonna let that dry because then next I will show you how to do the trees. I will show you how to do it with a ruler, tape, and freehand. So let that dry.